Right now, as the Trump administration continues to take bold measures to contain the spread of corona, well, some doctors are now turning toward anti-malarial drugs as a potential treatment to that. Joining us now with reaction, Baylor College medical professor, Dr. Peter Hotez is with us, and also he's a real brain surgeon in real life. I mean, a real brain surgeon. Dr. Peter Constantino is with us. All right, let's talk about hydroxychloroquine with azithromycin. Dr. Constantino, I read earlier the study, upstate New York. Your thoughts? Is this potentially what we are thinking tonight it could be?
You know, I'm very, very optimistic about this. So this is not a controlled study. The number of patients that are represented by Dr. Zelenko is significant. Of the 350 patients that they treated, they would have expected at least 15 to 30, maybe 40 hospitalizations and potentially even 2 to 3 deaths. They had 0 hospitalizations, 0 intubations, which is putting a breathing tube down to help somebody breathe, and 0 deaths. So it's not a controlled study, but it certainly looks like more than just coincidence.
All right, Dr. Hotez, what is your take on this?
So my take is I'm aligned with the vice president. Look, chloroquine's got a lot going for it. It kills the virus in the test tube. It suppresses inflammation. We know inflammation in the lungs is a huge reason why people get very sick and die from this virus. And we have some clinical studies conducted in France, in China. The reason why both the vice president and I are not popping the champagne cork is because we've kind of been down this path before with influenza. Hydroxychloroquine showed some promise, chloroquine against the influenza virus in the test tube, but it didn't quite pan out. But look, we have every reason to be optimistic. We have to remember hydroxychloroquine is just one of several new therapies that are rapidly being accelerated into the clinic. I told you last week that you're about to see the full power of American science brought to bear on this problem, and here's an example of it, hydroxychloroquine. But we have other things coming down the pike as well. We have a new antibody therapy, which I think will be announced later this week, possibly by the FDA, which I even have higher expectations for than even hydroxychloroquine, because we know it worked with the previous SARS virus back in 2003. So that's going to be rolled out. You're going to see a number of new therapies moving forward. Some of them repurposed old drugs applying to this problem, others brand new drugs, and then the vaccine down the line. So this is going to be a continuing story of lots of new exciting therapies.
Dr. Constantino, you agree with the other possibilities as well? There's real hope tonight for the country.
There is, and we're going to find something or some combination of things that makes the difference and turns the tide, and this is going to be more self-limited than the dire warnings that we have been preparing for. I think it's important, though, to realize that with the hydroxychloroquine, this is a ubiquitously available drug. It's cheap. It's $12 per dosage cycle. And so compared to some of these more exotic drugs, compared to the things that are not quite as available across the world, I think that there's a lot of promise in hydroxychloroquine.
From your lips to God's ears, thank you both for what you do every day. Joe Biden comes out